So I moved. This is my new home. So it's been like about 2 months since I moved into a new home, and it's a new start. It's a new journey for me. So I really wanted to show it to you guys. Just FYI, I am using a mic, iPhone mic, because this house is pretty echoey. So I hope you guys don't mind hearing my sexy ass voice. Okay, but anyways, let's get started. So when you first come into the house, on the left side, there's the kitchen, and on the right side is a door to a new dimension, which is called the bathroom. On the bathroom wall, I hung a lot of my necklaces there and my like keychains that I got with my friends. So when you open this door, you will be welcomed into the bathroom. It's brighter than my old bathroom, and there's an actual window, which is really convenient. If you don't have that ventilation fan thing, it's really nice to have the window so that once you're done showering and everything, you can open the window for like ventilation. And there's a cabinet here full of like bathroom stuff. Honestly, the bathroom is kind of my least favorite part of this house. Because like, guys, like one thing I hate is dirty bathrooms. I hate when you can see the mole, the moss, the mule, the mole. What is that called? My English sucks. But yeah, anyways, like even though you clean it, it's still there. You can kind of see the cracks and the oldness of the bathroom, you know? It is what it is, and I try my best to always clean the bathroom. Next is the kitchen area. So once I moved into this house, I kind of like made a promise to myself to cook more because your girl hates cooking. In the other house, like I blamed the ugliness of the kitchen of why I did not cook that often. But this house, I was like, you know what? You're moving this house. The kitchen's not that bad. Like it looks pretty nice. Like you're gonna cook, girl. And it's been 2 months since I moved in here, and ask me how many times I use that kitchen to cook. 0 times. Did I cook? No, I haven't cooked yet. Yeah, I boiled some eggs. Yeah, I'm kind of concerned. I just have this fear of like burning the house down because I'm actually pretty clumsy. So like I'm gonna burn the house down without knowing that I'm burning the house down because I'm that stupid. So the kitchen area hasn't been touched. I was so surprised that there's so much storage room in this apartment because everything just fits right in. I love how it's out of sight, out of mind. After the kitchen, you come into this little area where I hang all my coats. Winter clothes take up so much space in the closet for unnecessary reasons. But since I had this little area where I could hang everything, it helped me store other things a lot more conveniently. Right above this little coat area, I have the shoe rack, and this, again, really good storage space. I also decorated this little shoe place with all my like Disney princesses I really like, the Demon Slayer postcard. I mean, what can go wrong? So after the bathroom, kitchen, and then the shoe area, the coat area, you are welcomed into the main area where all the magic happens. Okay. This was what I was going for, like black and white. I was kind of obsessed with like the checkered mats, but I was really aiming for this coziness, cozy vibes. I did my best to replicate that. Let me show you guys this a mirror section where I get dressed. Who doesn't love a full-length mirror, right? And I also hung some leaves to give this like earthy vibes where it feels like I'm getting dressed in the nature. Okay, that sounds kind of weird and creepy, but I also have a flower mat to kind of go with the vibe of nature. I also bought a real plant, but it's dead. It's dying. You know how some people have like big real plants, like those like big leaves, and like that's what I was going for. But okay, it makes sense that it's dying because there's no sun. There are some leaves that are still alive, so hopefully it will survive somehow. Next to the mirror section is another really good storage space. It's the closet. Doesn't it look pretty small? But surprisingly, all my winter clothes go in here. I didn't have to make an extra clothing rack. My space looks more clean and spacious, you know? Once you kind of step out of that nature mirror zone, you are welcomed into the living space, the living room. So like I showed you in my Pinterest board, like I was obsessed with those black and white checkered rugs. So I had to get one. When it first came, I was like, oh, was this a mistake? Because like it doesn't really go with the brown floor color. And yes, let me just say I really hate the brown color of this floor, but let's not talk about it because what can you do, right? But after a few days, I got used to it and like it grew on me. It actually looks pretty cool, no? And I'm not sure if you paid attention to the detail, but the theme of this living space is black and white, which I love. Black is one of my favorite colors. So the sofa is black, the table is black, and then the rug is black and white. So let's move on to my entertainment zone. My beloved TV. This guy right here, this guy. I brought this TV from my old house. It's actually not mine. It's actually my friend's, but she's not here right now in Korea, so I stole it. When you're living alone, there's a lot of silence, and I always usually just turn on music. It kind of helps transform the space into more cozy vibes, you know? So that's why the TV is usually always on. Underneath the TV is another entertainment that I love, which is reading. I'm a sucker for mystery, thriller, romance, fiction books. A lot of people my age seem to be reading like motivational books, like nonfiction books, biographies to help them like learn more about life. And I'm here like reading To All the Boys I Loved. I have this dream of having like a bookshelf full of colorful books and all the books that I've read so far in my life. And so far, it's all romance and fiction books. There are some motivational books that I bought out of guilt, but I read like the first page and I gave up. And then this corner over here is my desk where I work. Do I sit in this area often? Not really. At first, I brought my old desk from my old house, but I thought this little desk would work perfectly. And underneath the table, there's more storage space. So in one of the cabinets, I put a lot of my bags, and then the other cabinet are just stuff that I don't want to think about. Next to the bookshelf and the TV is another shelf. This is the one I had in my old house. Underneath my painting shelf, there are other necessities that I need for my skin and my well-being. Of course, my beloved rings. I cannot get out of the house without wearing rings. Underneath this shelf is my perfumes. Mwah. My prized possessions. For me, I don't really care about makeup and skincare products and stuff, but I love perfume. Like, I'm obsessed with smell. One of my biggest fears is smelling bad. Like, I always want to be someone who smells good. My love for perfume is probably a very expensive type of love, but it motivates me to work hard and become rich because I want a shelf full of luxury brand perfume. Next to the shelf is this corner full of just stuff. I have my guitar and a suitcase. Surprisingly, I don't know if you guys knew that about me, but I know how to play guitar. Am I good? No. That's why I bought it, because I wanted to practice and actually like be able to confidently say that I know how to play guitar, but it's been sitting here for more than a year. At least I brought it from the old house instead of throwing it away. It's still gonna sit here for a long time, but hopefully I'll get back. I'll get back to this guitar one day, you know? And next, let me introduce to you to my bed. So this bed wasn't here before. I brought it from my old house. My little balcony. It's really nice to have this storage space at the back because like I can just put all types of boxes behind here and it's like out of sight, out of mind. My fridge is here. And at first I thought it would be pretty inconvenient to have the fridge all the way back here when the kitchen is all the way at the front. But I realized I really don't cook, so I don't really need the fridge to store any types of groceries. So the fridge being back here has been really nice. More space in my living space, right? I have this little orange garden. I don't know if it's a Korean thing, but like Koreans like to eat oranges and tangerines during winter. So the fridge, the washing machine, it was all here before it was all provided. I'm a very night person. Honestly, I am not a morning person anymore. My living space comes alive at night. That's when it starts looking cute and vibey. So at night, I immediately turn on this lamp, and I also have this light strip. I bought this Aurora water waves, stars in the sky type of lamp. Hands down, one of the best purchases I've ever made in my life. I cannot express how much I love this purchase. It really transforms my room into this super, super cozy, like fancy. It just makes you want to drink wine. And finally, at last, you're probably wondering, girl, how much rent do you pay? Well, ladies and gentlemen, honestly, it's not that expensive. It's 이십팔만 in Korean. Like, I'll convert it somehow into dollars. I pay this much rent? Can I share that? It's actually cheaper than my old house, and it's better than my old house. I love this living space. I love living alone. It's spacious enough for me to like walk around, especially Seoul is so congested. So it's really hard to find a living space that is cheap and spacious enough for someone to breathe and live in, but this space is perfect for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of my house tour. It's a new start, new beginning, so I'm so glad that you are here today to start it with me. Even though I started 2 months ago, but you guys don't need to know that. Let me just expose myself. I've been talking for 48 minutes straight. Do you see that? I don't know how the editing process is gonna be like, but thank you for joining this journey, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you when I see you. Bye, guys.